Hello, and welcome to your full body chair yoga class. To start, we're going to ground in our bodies, ground in our breath. So just make sure that you are seated towards the front of your chair. Your feet can reach the floor and they're planted firmly on the floor. You can place your hands in your lap on your knees and close your eyes. Just start to check into your body. Notice how it feels today. Notice anywhere you are feeling especially tight or tense. Maybe notice where there's parts of your body that are actually feeling really great today. Honor the sensations that you feel physically in your body. And just make sure that you honor and recognize them throughout your practice. Notice what your body tells you as you move. And then start to check in with your breath. Don't make any changes to your breath right here and right now. Just notice the natural rhythm of it. And then we'll take some conscious breaths, conscious inhales and exhales together. So take a big inhale through your nose. Fill your belly, your rib cage, and your chest. And then open your mouth side out, exhale. 2 more just like that. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, side out, release. 1 more time, inhale and exhale. Then take 1 more moment to simply check in with your body, with your breath. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes back open. You can keep your hands on your lap. Take a big inhale, sit tall. Then tuck your chin down to your chest, exhale. Maybe you notice some sensations in the back of your neck, towards the base of your neck, your C-spine. We're just gonna take a few breaths into your cervical spine here. So inhale, and as you exhale, think of sending your breath to the back of your neck, to your cervical vertebrae. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. Sorry, I lied. That wasn't the last one. And then lift your head back off your chest. Take 1 inhale. 1 exhale, sit tall, inhale, and then drop your right ear to your right shoulder, nice and slow. Honor how far you can go today. Don't push yourself too hard. Take 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Come back to center, inhale. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder, exhale. Take 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Come back to center, inhale, and let's do that 1 more time on each side. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder, exhale. 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Come back to center, lift your head, inhale. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder, exhale. Take 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale. Lift your head back up, come back to center, inhale, and exhale. Good. Now we're gonna do a little bit more neck movement, but we're going to add a little bit of shoulder motion to start to warm your shoulder up. So sit tall, inhale. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder and slowly drop your left arm down to your side. Give it a little shake out all the way down to your fingertips. And then just slowly start to swing your left arm forward and backwards, not really using any strength, just using momentum. Take one more forward, one more backwards, and then start to make some circles. You choose counterclockwise or clockwise. Just little circles like this. And then pause and go the opposite way. Good, do one more. Stop your arm. Take one inhale, one exhale. And then start to lift your head back to center. Inhale, bring your hand back to your lap. Good, now of course we're gonna do the other side, so go ahead and sit tall, inhale, and drop your left ear to your left shoulder, exhale. Drop your right arm down by your side. Give it a little wiggle, shake all the way down to your fingertips. Good, and then start to do that swinging motion forward and backwards. Good, do one more forward, one more backwards, and then stop your hand, stop your arm. And then go ahead and start to make those small circles. You choose the direction. Do one more, and then switch directions. One more, stop your arm, take one more inhale, one more exhale. Inhale, lift your head back up, place your hands back in your lap. Good, now from here, bring your arms out to a T. And we're gonna start to fire up the muscles in your upper arms by flipping your palms up, inhale, and down, exhale. Good, let's do a few more rounds of this. Flip up, inhale, down, exhale. Up, inhale, down, exhale. Two more times. Up, inhale, down, exhale. One more. Up, inhale, down, exhale. Now flip your palms up and reach them all the way up to touch. So good. And then bring them back down to your heart. Good. Take one inhale, one exhale. Touch your thumbs to your heart center, towards the center of your chest anyway. And then tuck your chin down to your chest, exhale. And then from here, you're going to start to move your hands together. So keep pushing your hands together, but twist them down so that your pinkies start to move towards your belly. And only go as far as is comfortable for you. Don't push it. This is just a nice wrist stretch here. If you have carpal tunnel, you might notice that this feels really good. And then take one more inhale, one more exhale, and slowly lift your hands back up. Bring your thumbs back towards your center. And then we're gonna rotate in the opposite direction. So bring your fingers to point in towards you, and then clasp your fingers together. Notice which pinky is on top, because we're gonna do this again. We'll have you switch sides. So the one that's on top right now is what probably feels most natural or comfortable to you, and that's great. Just remember which one it is. And then take a big inhale and exhale. And then reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna take a side bend or a lateral bend. So just bend your elbows a little and take one inhale. And then kind of drop towards your right, exhale. Come back to center, inhale. Drop towards your left, exhale. Good. Come back to center. Reach your arms back up. Bring them back to center. Good. We're going to do that one more time. So again, bring your palms together, push them together and kind of drop them down to chest height or so. And then take an inhale. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest and slowly start to dive your pinkies down towards your belly. Again, don't push it. Just notice the stretch that you feel in your wrist. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and then slowly bring your fingers back up, lift your head, and then start to reach in the opposite way. So bring your fingers to point in towards your chest, and then clasp your fingers together. Just make sure that your opposite pinky is on top. I told you to remember, so hopefully you do. And then from here, bring your arms out in front, bring them up to the top, bend your elbows. Let's take that lateral stretch again. So inhale, sit tall, and then drop your elbows towards your right. Exhale. Sit tall, inhale, drop to your left, exhale. Good, come back to center, inhale. This time we're gonna do a little movement with your hands clasped with your shoulders. So you're gonna reach up, bring them down to your center, to your heart, so that your palms are facing your heart. And then we're gonna send out some love to all our neighbors around us, if you have anyone around you, or just out from your heart. So take an inhale. Exhale, send it out to your right, back to center, out to your middle, back to your center, out to your left, back to center, and put your hands back in your lap. Great job. So great job with the upper body warm-up that we just did. Now we're going to switch gears. We're going to get into your lower body a little bit. So again, make sure that you are seated at the edge of your chair. Put your hands in your lap, and then lift your right leg off the floor. And from here, you're going to point your toes out, and then flex your foot to bring your toes closer to your body. And see if you can spread your toes nice and wide, and then point and flex. Good. 3 more. Point and flex, point and flex. Last one. Point and flex. If you need to drop your foot down, if that was a lot for your upper leg to hold that out, feel free. But we're going to go right into some circles. So again, extend your leg, and then start to take circles inward. So point them in towards your body first. Good. Take one more, and then opposite directions, you're gonna go outwards. I think this way is much more difficult. But enjoy any sensation that you're feeling in your ankles. Take one more this direction. Drop your foot down. Maybe give your feet a little stamp, and then go into the opposite leg. So for me, I'm going to lift my left leg, point my toes, and then flex my foot. So my toes kind of point towards the ceiling or come back towards me. And then just keep doing that point and flex movement. Really stretch your toes apart if you can. Take one more. Good, and then if you need to drop your foot, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, we're going to move right into our feet circles. So we'll start with drawing circles in towards you first. Good, maybe notice, is this side a little easier or more difficult than the first side? Such unnatural feeling to make circles with our foot. Wherever you are, take one more. and then switch directions. And take one more, and then drop your feet down, give them a little stamp, a little shake out. And now we're going to do both feet. So if you're able, lift both your feet off the floor. Maybe that's really challenging your upper legs. And then point all your toes out. Flex your ankles so your toes point towards you. And then point them out and flex. Good. Point and flex. Point and flex. Do a few more on your own. Last one. Keep them up if you can, and take circles starting in one direction with both feet. Good. Take one more and then switch directions. Take one more. If you can keep your feet up without dropping them, we're gonna do a little bit more movement here. We're gonna do a penguin toe out towards the sides and then pigeon toe inward. So penguin out, this one's really hard for me. Pigeon in. Penguin out, pigeon in. So as we do these, you might notice it's not just your feet that's getting the warm up and the stretching here. It's a lot of your upper legs, your quads, helping with this movement. Take one more each way, penguin and pigeon. And then drop your feet to the floor, sit up nice and tall. Maybe give them a little shake out. Nice job warming up, getting into your lower body muscles. Now from here, we're gonna do some spinal movements, and we're gonna start with cat-cow. But today we're gonna do cat-cow with kind of a wider stance. So you can bring your feet pointed kind of out towards the side, your knees kind of wide, and take a big inhale, and an exhale, and then sit tall, inhale, and find your cow pose on your inhale. So inhale, cow pose. You're gonna kind of drop your belly, tip your head back, kind of find a curve in your lower back. And then cat pose, exhale, move your hands towards your knee, tuck your chin to your chest as you push through your upper back. Cow pose, inhale. Cat, exhale. Cow, inhale. Cat, exhale. Cow, inhale. Cat, exhale. One more, cow, inhale. Cat, exhale. Good, and then from here, maybe you want to kind of windshield wiper your legs a little bit. Good. And then again, come back to that nice wide stance. We're going to do a pose called the mirror. So you're going to take your right hand, flip your palm up, and kind of slide it out in front of you like it's a mirror that you are using to check your reflection. So keep your eyes focused on your mirror the whole time. And take a big inhale. Move it out towards your right. Your gaze follows it. Exhale. Back to center, inhale. And then across your body, tap your thumb to your opposite shoulder and gaze down towards your thumb. Back to center, inhale. Over to your right, exhale. Back to center, inhale. Across your body, tap your shoulder, exhale. Back to center, inhale. One more each way. Out towards your right, exhale. Back to center, inhale. Tap your opposite shoulder, look down, exhale. back to center, inhale, and then place your hand back on your lap. And you know it, we got to do the other side. So flip your left hand palm up, and then bring your palm in front of you like it's a mirror that you're checking yourself out in a little bit. And take a big inhale, and move over towards your left as your gaze follows. Exhale. Come back to center, inhale. Cross your body, touch your thumb to your opposite shoulder, and look down at your thumb. Come back to center, inhale. Over to your left, exhale. Back to center, inhale. Across your body, tap your thumb to your opposite shoulder, look down at your thumb, exhale. Back to center, inhale. One more time, each side. Out towards your left, exhale. Back to center, inhale. Across your body, exhale, touch your thumb to your shoulder, gaze towards your thumb. Back to center, inhale. Place your hands back in your lap. Good. So now we're going to move into some, hold that thought. How could I forget? We have to do our mirror in front of us. So sorry, digital team, about that little pause. There's probably going to be a lot more. We'll start here. So now we're going to do both hands like a mirror in front of you. So palms up, scoop them up in front of you. This time you are going to stay with your gaze forward, and you're going to move your arms out to the side. So inhale here. Exhale, move your arms open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now bring your hands back to your lap. You can bring your feet and your knees back together. Now again, we're going to make that cactus arm motion. If this is too difficult for you, you can bring your hands down towards your shoulder, but we're just going to do some shoulder and some knee taps. So if you're in cactus, you'll take your opposite hand. So if we're going to start with your left hand to your right shoulder, and then back up, and then right hand to left shoulder, and then back up. If your hands are on your shoulders, you're just going to move your hand off your shoulder to tap the opposite side, just like this. Good. So we're going to start cactus arms. So take your left hand to your right shoulder, back up, right hand to left shoulder, back up, and now we're going to tap opposite knee. So left hand, right knee, right hand, left knee. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. So opposite shoulder, opposite knee. 1 more time, opposite shoulder, opposite knee. Now keep your arms up at cactus if you can. We're going to add a little bit more. So this time when you take your hand to tap your opposite shoulder, you're going to turn your head to the side. So again, it'll look like this. When you bring your right hand to your left shoulder, you're going to gaze over towards your right. Good. And so I'm mirroring you. So if I'm moving in the opposite direction, it's just because I'm trying to do the opposite so it looks right to you. So let's give it a go. So opposite hand, turn your head, back to center, other side, turn your head, back to center, and then same thing, opposite knee, and turn your head. Good, let's do 2 more each way. It gets confusing, which is why we're doing this, challenging your brain while you strengthen and move. One more time. This way. Good. Bring your hands to your heart, right at center. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Nice job. I hope that was a little challenge for you. You feel it in your arms. And of course, since you feel it in your arms, we are going to take some arm stretches now. So go ahead and just leave your arms down by your side, maybe wiggle your fingers out, swing them back and forth, maybe cross them in front of you. And now raise your left arm straight out in front of you, pinky down, thumb up. Bring your right arm underneath and hook with your elbow. And then pull your left arm across your chest and just drop it down to stretch. Take one more inhale. Drop both hands and move right into the other side. Reach your right arm up in front of you, thumb up, pinky down. Bring your left arm underneath, hook it under your elbow, pull it across your body, and then drop it down for that nice stretching sensation. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to your lap. Great job with the shoulder movements, adding the little stretches at the end. Okay, now we're gonna move into a little bit more of our lower body movement, and we're gonna start with some soccer kicks. So we're just gonna start by taking your hands under your thigh, lift and kick, and then opposite side, lift and kick. Do that 2 more on each side. Last one. Good, and now if you're able, you can put your cactus arms up or just have your hands touch your shoulders again, and you're going to lift and kick and alternate each side. Good, we're gonna do 5 on each side. So that was 2. 3. 4. And 5. Good, now keep your arms up if you can. You always have the option to drop them down to your shoulders. But if you can keep them up, now we're gonna kick out and hold for a pause. So kick your leg out, hold, drop it down and switch sides. Kick out, hold, drop it down and switch. Good. Kick out, hold, drop down and switch. Kick out, hold, drop it down. 1 more each side. You can do it. Kick out, hold, drop down and switch. Last time, hold, bring it down, hands down to your lap. Great job. Now we're going to move into a side position, so kind of like a side lunge, little side saddle movement. Your right cheek, right leg is going to stay on your chair. Right hand holds onto your chair. Left leg straight behind you. Maybe your knee is bent, but use your foot as a kickstand with your toes tucked under. And you're gonna bring your left hand to your left shoulder. And then from here, we're going to move your elbow down and up. So you'll notice that feels really good, but now we're gonna make it feel even better because we're going to add the breath. So when you move down, inhale, up, exhale. 4 more, down, inhale, up, exhale, down, inhale, up, exhale. Some hip glide movements here. Down, inhale, up, exhale. 1 more on this side. Down, inhale, up, exhale. Great job. Slowly release your hands to help you come back to center and then over to the other side. So this time, your left leg is going to be on your chair. Left knee bent in front of you, right leg behind you, nice and straight, or even bent if that's more comfortable for you. And then your left hand is going to hold onto the chair. Your right hand is going to come up to your shoulder. And we're going to take that gliding motion again. So up on your exhale, down on your inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, 2 more. Inhale down, up, exhale, last one, down, inhale, up, exhale, come back to center. Take a nice wide stance with your legs. Maybe take a couple more of those cat-cow that we did before. So take a big inhale. Exhale. Cow pose, inhale. Kind of push your belly forward. Drop your head back. Make that arch of your lower back. Cat. Exhale, round your spine. Your hands come down towards your knees. Cow. Inhale. Cat. Exhale. Cow, inhale. Cat, exhale. Good, come back to neutral spine. Again, maybe take some windshield wipers with your legs. And then come back to center. We're gonna do a little check-in here. Notice your breath. Are you breathing really heavy? Notice your body. How do you feel after all that seated movement? And if you are feeling like you are not ready to stand and do any poses, you are free to end the video right here, maybe end in a shavasana and enjoy the movement that you gave your body and spend a few moments in gratitude. Or if you're feeling ready, we're going to stand and do some standing poses with the chair. So I'm going to stand up and I'm going to turn my chair to the side so that you can see me, but you just keep your chair pointed straight towards you, straight towards me, so that you can see me as I do these poses. So what we're going to do first is just plant both your feet on the floor. Both hands are going to hold onto the back of your chair. Take an inhale. Let it out, exhale. And then come up to your pinky toes, to your tippy toes, inhale. And then rock back on your heels, exhale. You're gonna do that 9 more times, so we do 10 of those total. So up towards your toes, tippy toes, inhale, rock back, exhale. So my feet, my ankles are making lots of crunchy movements. This feels really good. Hopefully it does to you too. We're halfway, 5 more. Three more. Last one, actually, I think this might be 11. And then come back to standing. Great job. And our first yoga pose with the chair is going to be downward dog. So leave your chair right where it is. Start to move your feet backwards. And then you're going to bend your knees and hold on to your chair with both arms. So your arms will be nice and straight, and you can bend your knees as much or as little as you'd like. If you have any issues, any blood pressure concerns, you want to make sure that your head stays above your heart, so you don't want to drop it down like this. And just start to push your booty back as you hold onto the chair. And again, you can bend your knees a whole bunch. You can straighten them if that feels good to you. And just hold it here for a few breaths. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. And on your next inhale, kind of lengthen through your spine. Look up at your chair. And exhale, push back a little farther. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, look up towards your chair, lengthen your spine. Exhale, push back. Look forward, inhale, lengthen. Push back, exhale. Good. You can start to walk your way back up towards your chair. And the next pose that we're going to do is sunbird pose. So if you are familiar with a traditional yoga class, a lot of teachers will call this spinal balance. And we're going to do it right here standing today. So with your left hand holding your chair, you're going to reach your right arm up, thumb up, pinky down, and then extend your left leg behind you just a little bit, because you don't want to crunch your spine together by lifting your leg too much. So just a little bit. And then hold here, back to standing. And then the opposite side. Thumb up, pinky down, leg behind you, maybe point your toes, and then back to center. Good. Now we're going to do it again, but this time if you want a little bit more, we're going to move your arm forward rather than stretching your leg up higher. So it'll make more sense when we do it. So I'm going to reach my right arm forward, thumb up, pinky down. I'm going to stretch my leg behind me. And then from here, I'm going to inhale, reach my arm forward, and that naturally lifts my leg a little bit more, intensifying the pose a bit. And then come back to center and switch to the other side. So left arm up, thumb up, pinky down, extend your right leg. Take one inhale, one exhale. Extend your arm in front of you. That'll bring your back leg up a little higher. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and then back to center. Great job. Maybe stamp or march it out. And we're going to move on to our warrior one pose with the chair. So to do this pose, you're going to step your left leg behind you and turn your left toes so they're pointed out to the side. And then from here, you can bring one hand to your hip and then bend into your knee, your front knee. Just make sure that when you're looking down, you can see your toes. If you can't see your toes, you want to adjust. And then you also want to make sure that you're kind of pushing your knee out towards the side rather than in towards your center. So you can keep one hand on your chair. Or if you feel like you can bring both hands to your hips, you certainly may. Warrior one. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and step to the front. And we're going to switch sides. So this time, step your right foot back, point your right toes out towards the side. And again, you can have both hands on your chair as you get into this pose. So bend your knee. Make sure that you can see your toes past your knees. You might have to adjust like I just did. You can stay right here. You can bring one hand to your hip, maybe both hands to your hip. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and then come back to standing. Great job. In other classes, we will do warrior pose with some upper body movement once you feel more stable, but this is a great place to start. Now the last standing pose that we're going to do is chair. So for chair pose, I want you to hold on with both hands and then just bend your knees down a little bit and stick your booty out. Have a nice strong core. You don't want to drop your belly down, but tuck it in. You can stay right here, or you can put one hand up and then switch sides, other hand up. Or you have the option to bring your arm out to cactus, and then the other side. And if you feel really strong, maybe both hands out, and then bring them back down, stand up, march it out. Your legs might be feeling it. Great job with chair pose. So that was all of our standing poses for today. We're going to come back to the chair to finish out our class. So again, you want to make sure that you are seated towards the edge of your chair. And today, we are going to do a seated pigeon pose. So for your pigeon pose, you may want to grab a block and put the block on the outside of your leg. So I put it on the outside of my right leg. So I'm going to bring my left leg across my ankle. If that's enough of a stretch, you can stay right here. Otherwise, you can move that block close to you and put your foot up on your block. Or if you're able, you can use your hand and bring your foot on top of your knee. Good. From here, you're going to put your hands out in front of you. Sit tall, inhale. Reach forward, exhale. So keep your sits bones on your chair and breathe. You can cactus your arms if you feel like you're rounding and hunching over, or you can have them out in front of you. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and unwind. Take any movement that you need, and we're gonna go right into the other side. So you can put your block outside your left foot, and then bring your right foot over your left. If this is enough, you can stay right here. Otherwise, you can bring that block in closer and slide it closer to your leg and put your heel on the block. If you want a little bit more and you have the flexibility to do so, you can bring your right ankle onto your left knee. Good. From here, sit tall, inhale. One more exhale. Reach in front of you, inhale. And keep your sits bones planted on your chair and start to pull forward, exhale. And we're gonna hold here for a few breaths, just like we did on the opposite side. You have the option to cactus your arms or leave them out in front. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and unwind. That felt so good to move your body. I hope you felt it anyway. And now we're just going to move into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. So while you take Shavasana, you may choose to sit here for longer. Even after the video ends, you are more than welcome to do so. But for today, I just want you to make sure that you're seated at the edge of your chair, with your spine long, your feet planted, your hands in your lap. And you can close your eyes. Use this time for your breath to slow. Use this time to soak up the practice that you just did, the movement you gave as a gift to your body. And use this time to tell yourself how grateful you are that you chose to move your body in this way today. You have the option to stay in your Shavasana if that best suits you in this moment. But if you'd like to end the class together, you can start by bringing little movements to your fingers and your toes. Maybe even bring your arms over your head and take a nice stretch. And then bring your hands to heart center. Keep your eyes closed. Bow your chin to your chest. Thank you for joining me in this chair yoga practice. I hope you give yourself so much gratitude and so much love for showing up for your body and your mind in this way. Thank you and namaste.